fine. Enough plastic is thrown away each year to circle the earth 4 times, according to the article 22 Facts About Plastic Pollution. The majority of debris and waste in our oceans today comes from plastic. Before we go into why we should reduce our plastic, I'd like to show you the consequences of plastic pollution in our oceans. First, this is a turtle with the majority of its stomach contents plastic. As we can see, another turtle affected by plastic pollution. All of this is plastic and trash in the Atlantic Ocean. And finally, this whale, not only covered in plastic, but all of it spilling out of its mouth. Today, I will discuss the impact that plastic has on our environment and why we should reduce our use of plastic. We hear so much about how plastic straws kill turtles and how plastic is bad for our oceans. But let's just talk about the effects that plastic really does have. The negative effects of plastic are not only felt by marine life. Plastic pollution also kills so many fish and declines our fishing industry and in turn our economy. This affects us more than we realize. I actually spent the past weekend at the beach in Port Aransas and saw firsthand the pollution we hear so many people talking about. First, I'll discuss at length the length it takes plastic to break down and how this one-time use material can be replaced. Next, I will explain why plastic is particularly harmful to our oceans, and finally, I'll offer some solutions. First and foremost, plastic stays on the earth for a very long time and it often is very quickly disposed of. According to the article, Why Should We Reduce Our Plastic Waste on wonderopolis.org, plastic is a material that can take thousands of years to break down. Because plastic does not easily or quickly biodegrade, it stays on our planet. It either ends up in landfills where it takes up space as other paper products will break down in a couple of months and decompose into the soil, or it ends up washing into our oceans where it affects marine life. The same article touches on our widespread use of plastic. It indicates that over 50% of the plastic we use is only used once before it's thrown away.
Dang.
This plastic includes bottles, bags, packaging, etc., and the statistic is staggering. Many of this one-time use plastic can be replaced by reusable items. Almost any plastic item you can think of now has a reusable version for it. Plastic takes a long time to break down compared to other materials, and it stays on the earth in landfills or the ocean. Many are used only once before being thrown away. Now let's look at how plastic can have a negative impact specifically on marine life. Secondly, one of the major concerns with plastic is its effects on oceans and marine life, which we will now discuss. In his article, Plastic Bags, a Hazard for the Environment and a Challenge for Contemporary Engineering Educators, McCurr discusses the impact of plastic on marine life. He describes that much of our plastic left in the environment gets washed into our oceans. It is mistaken for food by marine life, and this causes them to actually die of starvation because they're intaking what they think is food, but it actually gives them no nutrients. In the article, The Pollution of the Marine Environment by Plastic Debris, published in the Marine Pollution Bulletin, the effects of plastic on marine life is discussed. It states that plastic makes up between 60 to 80% of marine debris worldwide. That is why it's so important to reduce our plastic. It's the number one polluting debris in our oceans. It found that the major threats to marine life were through ingestion and entanglement in plastics. We don't often realize that much of the plastic we use will end up killing marine life. Finally, as we can see, plastic is very harmful to our planet. So how can we fix this issue? Here are a few suggestions. Plastic bag use in grocery stores is widespread. Many stores now don't even offer paper bags as an option, so you're required to use plastic bags or bring your own. So how can we encourage people to bring reusable bags rather than using plastic ones? In the article, Charges for Plastic Bags, Motivational and Behavioral Effects, in the December issue of the peer-reviewed journal Psychology, charging customers for plastic bags is discussed. The study found that being charged for plastic bags encouraged customers to bring their own bags. Although this did reduce the amount of plastic bags in circulation, I might take another approach. A small charge for plastic bags may be painless for some customers but have real effects on others who struggle to even afford their own groceries, let alone reusable bags. That's why I would suggest, instead of punishing plastic bag users with a charge, we reward reusable bag users with a 5% discount. Grocery stores should also offer free reusable bags. This will encourage people to be environmentally conscious without hurting the consumer. However, grocery bags are not the only plastic culprit. We can make other simple changes to our lives, like our drinking habits. Instead of drinking from a plastic water bottle, you can drink tap water from a reusable water bottle. According to the same above stated article, producing bottled water takes 2,000 times the energy required to produce tap water. Even a small change as simple as not using the plastic lid and straw on your soft drink cup at a restaurant makes a big difference. There are many things we can do to have a positive impact on our environment. We need to reduce our widespread use of plastic for many reasons. Small changes like using reusable items rather than plastic ones can make a big difference. In summary, we use an obscene amount of plastic as humans. That is why I urge you to make the small changes that will make a big difference. Use reusable items whenever possible, and most importantly, educate your friends and family to do the same. These haunting facts and troubling statistics definitely prove the necessity for reducing plastic. However, being on the Persuasive Speech and seeing trash like straws and trash bags just waiting to be blown into the ocean, and even a plastic bottle washing up on the shore, opened my eyes to how real the issue of plastic pollution is.